Well, good morning and welcome back to Crowley House Flower Farm. Today I'm out early picking some blueberries, and we have some currants that are ready as well, and a few blackberries that I'm going to make a balsamic glazed barbecue pork with a berry sauce on it for tonight's dinner. So I'm just getting started on that, and then I'm going to take you along as I clean up the studio. So our little flower studio is heavily used. It's used every single day, and we've just had one thing after another, and then just a few other things kind of going on, and it's a mess. I mean, the Cecile Brunner, that big rose that you've seen through the spring, absolutely stunning, and then it just kind of like just took over the whole space. So I'm going to be trimming that back. You can't even see the window. I've cut some branches that I left on the ground one day, so I've got to pick those up. And then there's a whole flower bed underneath. So what I'm going to do is just clean that up. So I'm going to try and get some things planted in there. If I can't figure that out yet, then I'm going to just mulch it heavily. We are preparing for some bulbs to come this fall, and I would love to put some more spring bulbs in underneath, and so we'll just see what it looks like under there. So Riley's going to help me plant some succulents and do kind of a few things around the studio just to make it a little bit nicer. We do have folks coming and going that are picking up their orders for weddings and that kind of thing, and I just need it to look a little bit better than it actually does. So that is my job today before it gets too hot. And so I got to get started on that, but I'm going to first finish picking the blueberries and then head in, and I've set out the pork already, got it out of the freezer. I'm going to head to work and get that all done. So you can barely see, but through this mess of a Cecile Brunner, it like literally fell over. I don't know if you can tell, there's a window back there. So I'm going to try and get that all opened up. But also up here, I have like a trellising system that you can obviously see broke in the middle. So Jason's going to try and fix that. But the whole thing is just kind of cascading over. And so I've just got to figure out how I'm going to do this. So the studio sometimes is like that little corner in the kitchen or at the bottom of the stairs where it just piles up and things gather and you think, oh, I'm gonna put that away, and then it just kind of like is there. And so we have a couple weeks where we're just kind of lulled here on the farm, and I thought, I'm just gonna try and get some of these projects done. So it's early morning. I'm already sweating. It's been really hot. Nothing like you guys in the South where you have the horrible humidity. We don't have that here. It's just hot and dry. But anyways, so I'm just trying to get ahead of things, and I have some things I'm going to plant up and do, and hopefully get this done before it reaches, 98 degrees. Anyways, so I'm tackling this by myself. Riley yesterday made this absolutely stunning little tray of succulent. It's like a little succulent garden, and it turned out super cute, so I'm excited to use that. And I'm just going to shop around the house and see what I can find to kind of spruce up this area and make it a little more welcoming, partly because when folks come in, this is what they first see, and it is a cute little place and cottage, and then you have buckets and clippers and all the things that kind of get left. And then this time of year we've got a lot of dust on the roads, and so it gets a little bit dusty, so I'm gonna have to broom it off and clean the windows. So I'm gonna head to work. I got my cleaners, I've got my rake and clippers, and I need gloves and the four-wheeler to get all this debris out of here. And hopefully, I'm sure it's a Cecile Brunner, so I think it's gonna just survive, right? It just is a monster. So a monster that is struggling at the moment. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up. It's a mess, oh my goodness. It's gonna be fine. There's something so rewarding about tackling projects like this, that it's like the before and after, and it might look like it's had that haircut that you are kind of, ooh, do I like this or do I not? And then yet it grows on you. The little studio definitely needs some paint, and I have, like the cottage greenhouse, this little studio, I would love to get a new door, maybe something with glass. I need something that is like heavy duty, that's from the 1870s. So I've been looking for a couple years, haven't found the right thing. It's either I found it and it's the wrong size, or, you know, vice versa. The other thing I need to do is take the carriage doors and give them a good scrub and peel all the paint off and repaint. So I'd like to do a little bit of trim work, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in what color. Something maybe like a kind of a rustic yellow, buttery yellow, or a green, or maybe like a blue. I don't know. I just want something kind of fun and different, and maybe it's a couple different colors, because, you know, that's kind of fun too. If you have suggestions for colors or what combinations I might do, just leave me a little note down below. That would be lovely. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just whacking back and then trying to get her back up on her hindquarters, because she is literally bent over. I know she'll bounce back, but it's a little scary when you're trying to trim something so large and you're not I don't know if I'm a rose expert, but this just needs like a severe haircut. And so yeah, it's coming along, but scary. So first I'm going through and getting rid of all these dead canes. Look at the rubbing, anything like that we don't need. You can, I don't know if you can see, but there was like a rat's nest or something built in here. Oh dear Lord, this is a mess, such a mess. And then I have a whole bunch of old canes coming off here that I'm cutting down as well.
My hair has been so dry today. I don't know what it is. Something in the air. My skin, my hair. Swear I'm drinking enough water. Like, I don't have my water bottle here to just prove it, but I am. So I don't know what's going on. Something in the air. Anyway, so today I thought I would take you with me. I'm doing a little project. We've been cleaning up the studio because it's a little bit of a wreck right now. And honestly, it's been a weird week. It's just like one of those weeks where you have zero motivation to do anything, but you have things to do. And also, I find when I don't have weddings on my weekends, I'm way less motivated throughout the week. I don't know what that means. I guess we're just gonna have to have more weddings. Yeah, I just way less motivated this week, and it's been really struggle. And today it's gonna get so hot, and I just finished all of my like main orders that I have to do to get out this week. So really, it's Friday. I kind of have a lot of free time now, and I can kind of do whatever I want for the rest of the day. So I thought I'd hang out with you guys. But we're gonna do a little project that's gonna be fun. We should go out to the studio. Let me let's go out to the studio together, okay? Let's go. So now we're in the studio. Hi guys. I pretty much just went to the store. Well, okay, let me show you. We have this lovely tray. As you can see, it's freaking filthy. So we have that tray, and it usually just sits kind of outside, and it used to have like a bunch of succulents in it. Succulents kind of died, so I bought more succulents. So I bought a bunch of new succulents, and we're gonna plant her up, make it really cute, and she's gonna go sit out front. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Actually, I have to use a drill, which is gonna be fun. One of my, it's not even New Year's resolution because I wasn't even here for New Year's, but it's like something that I really made a goal of mine this summer, my summer resolution. Because let's be honest, we get way more stuff done in the summer and like more goals. Summertime. One of them was the veg garden, which obviously I'm thriving at. Guys, I have so many zucchinis. She's beautiful. The one thing I need to get under control is where my garlic was, because it's a desert in that area and there's weeds everywhere, and I can't think about it right now. I'll think about it tomorrow. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to do was learn how to use power tools and learn how to build things. I am obsessed with Hannah Lee Duggan. She's here on YouTube. If you don't follow her, I feel like a lot of you guys would really, really enjoy her. She just builds stuff. She lives out in these cabins and she builds whatever she wants, and she knows how to use all these power tools, and she doesn't need nobody. And not that I don't love using my father to do things that I don't necessarily want to do, but I really want to learn how to do it and be very self-efficient. So today I'm using a power tool. I get to drill some holes in this guy so that there's enough water leakage. Wow. Gross. So I have to drill some holes in this for water to drain out. And I think I also need to do a bit of a soil mix. I don't know if I have all the stuff to do a soil mix, but I can find rocks. Anyway, so I gotta go find Dad because he has to actually show me how to drill holes into this. It's gonna be fun. Let's go. Go awesome. Can you come help me with something? I need I need help drilling holes into a planter thingy. Would you like to come and bother me first, or help me with a second?
Yeah.
Hello. I need that to have holes in it, but I want to do it myself. So can you show me how?
Okay.
Woo! This is the man cave, aka the shed. Alright, we're outside.
We got a drill bit that's gonna be big enough to let water drain out, but not so big that dirt's gonna fall out, right?
Right.
So now we put these down, keep you from drilling into the table. Also, it gives it a good surface without bending your handles, right? Because they're not touching.
Right.
So it's a good solid surface. So you just need to figure out like
How many I want.
how many you want. You probably maybe like this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put one here, so don't push too hard. It's really thin. Let the drill bit do the work. Right? Pretty easy.
Okay.
It's a little harder. A little bit more pressure. There you go.
Okay. We did it. She's done. She's gorgeous. She's holy. Anyway, got the pea gravel. This is what that looks like. You can see. Ooh. Little ASMR moment. Love that. So this is gonna go as my base for all the succulents. And this will just help the water drainage aspect. Don't mind the mess. We just had an event. I'm not bothering. So this guy, I'm gonna take all this pea gravel. So I just went and got some soil on the back, and this is just a regular soil mix that we typically use here on the farm. And I'm not gonna worry so much about mixing it because a lot of the soil that the succulents already came in, I'm gonna just kind of mix those all together anyway. Speaking of, I'm gonna show you all the lovely succulents. So these are all the ones we got. I was kind of going for like a couple like that we don't have really, but I wanted hints of purples and this light sagey green in there. There's lots of fun stuff, and then we have all these like little tiny ones here that I love. Okay, so as you can see, I have this all filled in. I got the soil placed in there, and now I'm just taking a brush and I'm kind of just cleaning it up gently.
Riley's working on the containers out front, and I am starting in on a quick little design that I have. So I have these really narrow, short bowls that they were left over from a project that we had mailed out for another florist.
I actually want to steal them as soup bowls. Just saying.
I think they actually are. They're really cool. They're really shallow. A little bit of a challenge to use, but I am making 3. They were for an order tonight that we're gonna go set up as well. And so what I'm gonna do is use a frog.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use a pen frog, and then I'm gonna use what we call floral putty, and it's a really tacky, sticky. It's just like a putty, basically. And then I'm gonna stick that into the bowl like this, like that. So those are really cool when you're using something that's a little more challenging. And then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and use a small amount of chicken wire, and then I'm going to tape it down with my tape and then get started. So I'm just finishing up the arrangements. They are definitely tricky to do a style like this, but I like how airy it looks. But because I'm cutting in the heat, I think it's about 97 degrees, and so I had to go cut a few things. They're giving me a little bit of a wilt. So I'm gonna pop them in the cooler. They have hydrating solution in the water, and they will perk back up. The dinner tonight is not until 7 o'clock. We have to deliver them at 6:30. So they're gonna have a good amount of time in the cooler, and they should be just fine. But I will give you a quick look at the finished product here and see what you think. Okay, so this is the end result. It's, I still need to do a little bit of work at the bottom of this one in particular, but what we have is that Echinacea, which is the new one. We have some Cosmos, some Scabiosa, some Zinnias, some Sea Holly, and then I've got just some Cottage Yarrow, and then for foliage, I have just some Currant and Eucalyptus and some, Cynogeranium, and then just a couple bits of our blackberry. So that is it for these. I think they're gonna look absolutely stunning. Oh, I forgot, we have some phlox in there because I wanted it to smell really good, and the phlox is just so beautiful this time of year. So I think these are gonna look really nice on the tables, and I'm gonna pop them in the cooler and let them hydrate. You know, as a gardener, when you walk by a project that is just so overwhelming and you just kind of close one eye to it, this is one of them. I've walked by this probably 100 times a day and see it and know it needs to be addressed, and just waiting for the perfect moment where I have the energy and time and get this thing tackled. So it's coming along pretty well. I think I'm gonna have to bring out the big guns. Jason's got a little saw that I'm gonna grab. So down at the base, there's just like all these like really thick, old, stumpy kind of, they're probably, what, I'd say a couple inches or so, and I just can't get it with the clipper. So I'm gonna grab out the big guns and finish this job. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it today. I'm gonna try, but we'll see. Got some coffee and I'm good to go. So tonight we're just making that balsamic berry pork, I guess. It's got like a berry glaze on it. The marinade that I did was a balsamic vinaigrette, and then it had some olive oil, salt, pepper, some fresh oregano, fresh basil, fresh garlic, and I think that's it. It was really, really simple. So you just marinate it for about an hour. You can marinate it overnight, which is actually makes for really quick, like fast food when you're on the farm. It smells delicious right now. So for the blueberry sauce, I just used a pint of berries, and I used blueberries, some blackberries, and some black currants that we had on the farm. I just picked those this morning. And then it is 3/4 cup water, 1/4 a cup of honey or maple syrup, and then a little salt and pepper to taste. So tonight I'm just gonna pair it with some wild rice and a side salad, and I've just took some of our fresh green beans, sauteed them up, and then cooled them back down, and I'm gonna toss them into the salad along with some almonds and some fresh herbs. I think I'm gonna go just cut whatever we have, or even some of that basil left over. I think that would look really nice. I think that would taste really, really good. And then I'm just gonna saute up a zucchini as well, and that's our simple dinner tonight, but it's smelling really, really good. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Crowley House. We love having folks just tag along as we venture and journey into all the things that we do here on the farm. I think the studio turned out absolutely stunning. Well, better than it actually is. There's more work to be done on that, like all things, right? It's never ending on a farm. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it, like it, whatever you can do to promote our channel would be awesome. I would love that. And please drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Anyways, much success in all you do and grow, and we'll be seeing you shortly back here at Crowley House very soon. Bye-bye.